Hey guys, Happy Conscious Gal here. Just wanted to do a quick update. I am on VLCD8. Oh my god, I've been on it a week. Phase 2 a week. So I know I haven't done a vlog for a few days. I don't have that much time at the moment. I've got a friend in town, one of my best friends who's also one of my spiritual teachers, and he's been having gatherings every single night. So I've been going to those, and that stirs up a lot of stuff always because he's very profound, so then I'll have to sit with it all during the day, plus do all my other clients and get some writing done. So I haven't had much focus on vlogging and stuff, and I haven't even had that much focus on HCG. But the great thing about phase 2 is you really don't have to do very much. You don't have to spend time cooking and buying food and stuff. You don't have to spend much time eating, so it sort of freed me up a little bit. I've noticed that this round I haven't been totally consumed with HCG like I was in round 1. I mean, in round 1 I spent like every day just watching vlogs all day and researching, reading, learning. This time I kind of feel I know what I'm doing. I've had to do a little bit of research on injections and mix your dosage and all that. Other than that, I'm pretty much doing what I already know. So my focus isn't exclusively on HCG, which is great because I'm able to have a bit of a life this time around. My round is going well. I'll let you know what's been happening. Got my trusty chart here. I just put on my glasses. By the way, got my new glasses, which means I can now see. And all my headaches and migraines are gone because they were all coming from the old glasses, which were wrong. And not only that, a lot of the level of pain in my body has gradually fallen away. I'm not 100% back to normal yet, but I'm like 80% better. And it was noticeable as soon as I put these new glasses on. So anyway, my results. I think I checked in with you on VLCD3 when I had liberated quite a lot the first 2 days. I dropped like 2.4 and then 2 pounds on the first 2 days after loading. So that was basically my loading weight. Then the next day I had a 0.0 goose egg, completely no loss stall, and I was kind of gobsmacked because usually in the first week of HCG you have quite big releases, so I was very surprised. I didn't know what had gone wrong. I had a few explanations. Firstly, that night I ate dinner. I stayed up very late. I probably went to bed about 2 a.m, got up at like 9 or something, or 8, had about like 6 or 7 hours sleep, which is way too little for me. In HCG I need about 9 hours sleep. Plus I ate dinner really late, like 10 p.m. instead of 7. And my dinner involved some of the miracle noodles, which I occasionally put in just for fun, with just a soup. I just made a basic soup with some miracle noodles and some prawns. But I think eating miracle noodles so late that when I woke up in the morning, my tummy was still full of all that stuff, which just gets eliminated straight out again. It's just fiber. I don't know if you know much about miracle noodles, but it's made from I think it's konjac flour. It's made from a plant fiber, and there's no calories, and your body doesn't absorb it, just comes straight out the other end, but it can make a nice change from your P2 food, so look them up. The ones I use are an Australian brand called Slim Pasta. Anyway, it is nice to make a little prawn soup out of them, but it does stall me on the scales because my tummy's full of noodles, as opposed to full of nothing like normal, so that makes a difference to your weight. But I don't think it was just that. I think it was eating so late, and then, of course, by 2 a.m. I was hungry again because I'm tending to get hungry every couple of hours at the moment. And so I had to have a snack of, I can't remember if it was grapefruit or strawberries or some more protein or something, but that meant my tummy was full when I went to sleep, and then I only woke up 6 hours later, and it wasn't enough time for my body to eliminate anything, so I had a 0.0 loss. Interestingly, the same thing happened the day before yesterday. I had the exact same situation, went to bed at 2 a.m, ate dinner about 11 p.m, by about 2 a.m. was hungry and had to eat something, and I woke up the next day with a 0.0 again, stall. So I've now observed with myself that it doesn't really slow down the weight loss because, you know, it catches up the next day, what you didn't see on the scales, because it's not a real stall, it's just because your tummy's full of stuff when you weigh. But it's not psychologically very healthy. I prefer to see a shift every day on the scales. I don't really like to stall myself. And I do believe that I would have lost a tiny bit on those days, no matter how late I ate, if I'd had enough sleep. I really have learned from the last round that the days when I get the most sleep are the days when I have the biggest shift. Because my body just needs rest in order to break down the fat. So that was a good lesson. I had 2 goose egg days, both when I stayed up late, and ate dinner much too late, and both days I had miracle noodles, so I just couldn't move the food through me in time before I stepped on the scales. Interestingly, after those goose egg days, both times, the next day I had a big release. So obviously it just caught up with, the numbers just caught up with me the next day once the food had moved out of my system. My body had some rest. So I had the goose egg day on VLCD4, I woke up to a goose egg. VLCD5, I woke up to being down 0.6. Woohoo! Which is a lot when you don't have that much fat left on you. The following day, VLCD6, I woke up with 0.9 release, which is basically a pound, half a kilogram nearly. Woo! That was great. Then VLCD7, which was yesterday morning, I woke up. It was my second goose egg because I'd stayed up late. I had miracle noodles at 11 p.m. and a snack at 2 a.m. and I had no sleep and my tummy was full of food when I got on the scales. Bzz. So that all caught up with me today because I woke up on VLCD8 and I was down 1.1. Oh my god. If you average it out, all of those days, I'm probably... let me just work that out. So 1.1 plus 0.9, that's 2, plus 0.6, 2.6 spread out over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So that's about 0.5, just over 0.5 a day. So that's just over half a pound a day. So it's averaging out to about half a pound a day, just above that, which is perfect. So I'm not really worrying now if I have these weird stall days and then the next day is a big release. It's just because I ate too late or my tummy's full of noodles. Another interesting thing that happened was I discovered on VLCD4, the day after my last vlog, that on day 3 I probably didn't inject myself with HCG, I probably injected myself with air. The reason I discovered this was the following day when I did my injection, I squeezed a tiny bit out onto my finger just to check that some was coming out, which I hadn't done the day before, and it was just air. I hadn't actually withdrawn any liquid out of the bottle, and my bottle was wrapped in foil, and I only have a very small amount in there because I only mixed a small amount because I'm only using 2000 IU and I just mixed a small amount. So I realized that the first 2 days I had checked it, a little drop on my finger both days. The third day I didn't want to waste any of the liquid, so I didn't bother checking it. Stupid mistake, because on the 4th day I saw that there was only air, not liquid, when I tested it. I realized the day before I'd probably only had air, or maybe half air, so I'll never know because I never checked it. But I did have a stall that day. That was my 0.0 day, and I know it was mainly the lack of food and the noodles and everything, but it may have been affected by the fact that I didn't inject myself. Now HCG stays in your body for 3 days, so I know it didn't do any damage. I just fixed it the next day. But now what I'm doing is when I take out my vial, I take off the silver foil so I can see exactly how much tiny amount of liquid is, and I angle my needle to make sure it gets that last little bit. And tomorrow I'm going to have to mix some more because I'm down to the very bottom. But now that I'm doing it and able to see the water line, the liquid line in the vial, I'm being much more accurate, and I'm making sure that it's full of liquids. That was a mistake that you only make once. How many times? You only make it once. We don't inject ourselves with air. It's completely pointless and stupid and probably not very good for our tummy that we're sticking it into. My hunger levels, how have they been? Well, I'm much hungrier this round than I was last round. It may be the dosage. I've been giving myself 150 IU for the first week. Today, when I muscle tested, I got told 125, so I've gone down to that. I always had a feeling I'd go down to that later in the round, so we'll see how that goes. I don't think the hunger has anything to do with my dose. I think it's just because I've only got like 10 or 15 pounds left to lose, and it's just, I need more fuel. Maybe it's struggling to find the pockets of fat, even though I know where they are. They're all around my tummy. My brain obviously doesn't know where they are. It's struggling, so I've got to give it a bit more calories. I noticed last round I probably ate, left to my own devices, last round I ate 300 calories, but I did muscle test it last round and I got told to eat 420, so I used to force myself to eat 420 every day. But this round, I don't need to force myself to eat. I'm hungry. I'm not hungry. I mean, I'm not needing to eat thousands of calories, but every single day in the last week, I've eaten just smack on 500 calories, which is way more than I ate last round. And because I don't eat the Melbas, I've got to the 500 by just whenever I was hungry, I've had a little bit of protein. I've either been having a tiny tin of tuna in spring water, or I've been having protein powder in water with a little bit of stevia, and I blend it, and it's like I sip it with a straw, and it fills me up. It takes about half an hour to sip. So usually I'll have at least 1 serve of protein on top of my meals, or sometimes 2. Or another thing I'm doing is giving myself a bigger serve of fish at my 2 meals because I don't eat meat, so I've been having fish. Oh, I've just remembered I could have eggs. Maybe I'll have eggs tomorrow for my first time. How exciting. Ooh, I forgot about that. I was just starting to get a bit sick of fish, so I'm glad I remembered that. Anyway, yesterday though, what was interesting was both my meals I increased my fish, but I also had tuna in the morning, and then when I got home, which was quite late, about 11 p.m, I was very hungry because I'd been out all night and hadn't eaten anything since 6, and I made one of my smoothies, protein powder, water and stevia. When I added up the calories this morning, I was gobsmacked without feeling any different than the other day. I jumped from 500 calories to 683. So I think because I had 2 big serves of fish, the tuna and the extra protein powder, I ended up 200 calories higher, but it was all protein. And as I said, I lost 1.1 today. So I'm not going to stop myself eating. If I'm hungry, I'm having some more protein. And I'm realizing now that I probably am going to need to eat 600, maybe 700, maybe even 800 calories this round because my body's just needing it, definitely feeling it. It may be to do with dosage. We'll see now that I'm on 125 what happens. Today I haven't been that hungry yet, but I did have my smoothie in the middle of the morning. Just had my lunch. I'll probably have some sort of protein in the afternoon, and then I'll have my dinner. Occasionally I snack on a bit of celery, because that's basically like water with fibre in it. That's good, and it's electrolytes. It's good for you. So a few times I've had some celery, or I've snacked on some fennel or something, but I'm not adding in anything fattening or anything that's not protein or a little bit of celery. So I feel good about that. If I need to keep adding stuff in, I will. I refuse to go hungry. It's not useful. When you're hungry, you can't make rational decisions. When you're hungry is when you want to cheat. You have the urge to start going, oh, maybe I'll try chocolate delight. Oh, maybe I'll get some mac nuts. Oh, maybe I'll do something. Maybe it wouldn't be bad to have a bit of this. No. The key is to not being hungry. If you're not hungry, there's no urge to cheat. For me, because I've worked through most of my emotional issues, I don't have emotional eating anymore. So my eating is driven by physiology. So if I'm hungry, I'm going to want to eat something. It's just, there's no choice. So for me, the key is keeping my blood sugar level stable, keeping my hunger stable. So yeah, we'll see how many calories I end up eating, but I have a feeling it'll probably be 600, 700 from now on. The last thing that's been interesting is, as I said, I have my spiritual teacher and friend here visiting Australia. He's visiting from New Zealand, and he's been having gatherings every night. So here's me cooking my little fish and one vegetable by myself at 6 or 6:30 p.m. at home, then getting dressed up, putting makeup on, oil-free makeup, getting dressed up in some outfit, going out to dinner, and 7:30, 8 o'clock, they all order this massive, sumptuous feast and settle in for a night hanging out with my teacher, which is really fun. And we're all talking, they're all drinking, we're talking till like midnight. And it's interesting to notice, like I just don't feel hungry. I've just had my fish, I've just had my vegetable. I'm not hungry, and I don't feel tempted at all by the food. And it's been interesting. I thought it would be hard sitting to dinner with them, and I've done it 5 nights in a row. I'm going to do it again tonight, although I think tonight we might be seeing a movie. Which will be interesting because I do like to eat during movies, but I'm not going to. I might take a protein and water shake and sip that during the movie maybe if I'm hungry, but other than that I won't be eating. And I've been fine. I haven't been tempted at all, and I've noticed, like, say by 9 or 10 p.m. I'm starting to get hungry again. I just grab a few pieces of celery out of my bag, fine, and I have a herbal tea and I'm fine, and when I get home I might have a little bit of protein powder or some more celery or something just before I go to bed, and then I'm fine. So that's been good, because I think last round I don't think I would have gone out to dinner. I just don't know if I would have had the confidence. So I just want to let you know, if you are on P2 and someone invites you out to dinner, as long as your friends have no problem with you just sitting there and having herbal tea and chatting, it's really not hard for you. It's only hard for the other people. And I just say every night, oh, I'm eating a special diet, so I'm cooking at home and I've just had dinner at home and I'm not hungry. And they're fine. So that's been good to notice. So I just want to encourage you all, you can still go out to dinner, you can still have a life, you just got to explain to people, I'm eating a special diet, I've already eaten, or I'm saving my budget, I don't want to spend money on dinner, or just make up an excuse, doesn't matter, and then just go and enjoy the dinner. And so yeah, it's been good. I'm feeling strong, I'm quite excited. This is my final bit of news, which is that as of today, I am now 143.1 pounds, which is 64.9 kilograms. Now my LIW was 65 kilograms, which is 143.3. So I'm now officially just under my LIW. It's taken a week to get here, but I'm really excited because it means that from now on, every day is a bonus. Every number I see on the scale is going to be a number I've never seen before. I think I might have once in my life seen 64 kilograms on a scale in my 20s, like once. Like it was maybe like for 1 week. So this number I'm seeing now, 64.9 is, you know, totally new. And I've definitely never in my life seen 63. So, ever. And I've been overweight since I was 8 years old. So, from now on, everything is a bonus. Is a whole new me about to present itself to me. The person I'm going to be seeing in the mirror is someone I've never seen before. The numbers I'm going to be seeing on the scales are numbers I've never seen before. The measurements I'm going to be seeing are ones I've never seen before. The clothes I'm going to be fitting into are things I've never worn before. So whatever comes from now is a bonus. I don't know how big the release is going to be. I don't know how much is left. I know there's still lots of grabbable fat. Somebody talked about this in a video recently, grabbable fat. Look, there's still grabbable fat here, quite a lot around my tummy. So, you know, that's got to be at least 5 pounds worth, maybe more. There's not that much on my legs, but there's a bit on my upper back, a bit of grabbable fat, at least a few pounds there. So I just don't know. I don't know. It's so exciting because I just don't know where I'm going to end up. I don't know what weight my body is going to choose to stabilize at. I don't know what this new person's going to look like in the mirror. So from here, it's just a magical mystery tour, and I'm totally excited. So thank you guys so much for following me on my journey, and we'll all just wait with bated breath to see what emerges, because I've got no idea. All I know is I'm feeling confident, I'm managing the hunger, I'm getting the dosage right, I'm feeling calm. I can see now I've got my new glasses. It's all going well. So I'm really, really, really grateful. And thank you all so much for your comments and for your support. I really appreciate it. I live in a different time zone, so I don't usually see your comments till the next morning after I post a video, and then I wake up and I read them all. It makes me feel so happy to hear from you all. I feel really connected to all of you, even though most of you are on the other side of the world, and I feel really grateful for your support, and so happy that I can inspire you on your journeys, even if it's just the smallest amount. So thank you so much. I'll speak to you soon in a few days. Bye.